Empowering kids to set healthy boundaries. Teaching children to establish healthy boundaries is a vital part of nurturing their emotional intelligence, self-respect, and resilience. Boundaries are the limits and rules we set for ourselves in relationships, communication, and interactions. These guidelines help us protect our well-being and ensure that our needs and values are respected. When kids learn to set and respect their own boundaries early, they gain essential skills for managing stress, relationships, and social pressures as they grow. Why boundaries matter for kids. Boundaries play a critical role in personal development, even for young children. Establishing boundaries helps kids understand where they end and others begin, giving them a sense of individuality and self-worth. Through healthy boundaries, kids learn to express their needs, prioritize their safety, and navigate interpersonal relationships with confidence. Kids who set boundaries are often better able to resist peer pressure and communicate more effectively, which benefits their mental health and social success. Furthermore, healthy boundaries protect kids from emotional and physical discomfort. For instance, a child who knows it's okay to say no when they feel uncomfortable in certain situations is less likely to feel obligated to do something that makes them uneasy. Teaching boundaries at a young age also fosters respect for others' boundaries, leading to healthier relationships with peers, family, and eventually romantic partners. Teaching kids to identify personal boundaries. The first step in helping kids set healthy boundaries is to teach them about different types of boundaries. These include physical boundaries, personal space, emotional boundaries, what they feel comfortable sharing, and time boundaries, how they manage their time. Start by explaining these concepts in age-appropriate terms. For younger kids, simple explanations, like "your body belongs to you, and you can decide if you want to give a hug," can go a long way. Older children may benefit from discussions about privacy, personal space, and emotional sharing with friends. Encouraging kids to identify their feelings is also an essential part of this process. When they learn to recognize how they feel in different situations, they become more attuned to moments when they need to set boundaries. Ask questions like, "How does it feel when someone takes your things without asking?" Or, "How do you feel when someone interrupts you?" These questions help kids articulate their emotions and connect them to the need for personal boundaries. Modeling boundary-setting behavior. One of the most powerful ways to teach kids about boundaries is by modeling healthy behavior yourself. Kids observe and imitate adults, especially their parents or caregivers, so demonstrating respect for your own boundaries can set an invaluable example. If you need personal time, explain it by saying, "I need a little quiet time right now, so I can recharge." When you show them that respecting boundaries is a normal and important part of relationships, it reinforces the message for them. Additionally, respect their boundaries as well. When a child says they need some space, respect their request. This shows them that it's okay to assert their needs, and it builds trust. Children are more likely to set boundaries if they feel that their boundaries are respected and valued. Teaching kids to communicate their boundaries. Once children understand the concept of boundaries, teach them how to communicate them. Role-playing scenarios can be especially effective here. Practice with phrases they can use, like "no, thank you," or "I don't like that." These simple but powerful phrases help kids set limits in a polite yet assertive way. Empower children to express their boundaries in both words and actions. For instance, if they feel uncomfortable with physical touch, let them know they can take a step back or cross their arms as a way of signaling discomfort. Reinforce that it's okay to say no when they need to, and that setting boundaries is about respecting themselves and their well-being. Reinforcing boundaries with positive feedback. Providing positive reinforcement when kids set boundaries effectively encourages them to continue doing so. Praise their effort when they assert themselves. Saying something like, "I'm proud of you for telling your friend you didn't want to share your toy right now," acknowledges their choice and shows you value their ability to speak up. Reinforcement like this boosts their confidence and motivates them to continue practicing boundary-setting skills. Helping kids handle pushback. Kids may encounter situations where others don't respect their boundaries. Prepare them for this by teaching strategies to handle pushback in a healthy way. For instance, if a friend tries to pressure them into sharing or doing something they don't want to do, suggest responses like "I said no, and I mean it." Help them understand that some people may not always respect boundaries, but that their feelings and decisions are valid. Setting healthy boundaries is a lifelong skill, and the sooner kids begin practicing it, the more confident and resilient they'll become. Through guidance, encouragement, and real-life examples, parents and caregivers can help children develop a strong sense of self, paving the way for healthier relationships and emotional well-being. By empowering kids to set boundaries, we equip them with a foundation for a more respectful, balanced, and fulfilling life.